A large man in his 50s stands waiting, his heavily tattooed arms held in a fighter's stance. His bone structure is heavy. Corded muscle stands out on his arms and chest. In his youth, he must have been enormous. He doesn't talk so much as emit a low rumble. I don't know how you got in here, but you got my attention. You're a hard man to find. Can you guess who sent me with a message? You're a foreigner, and you know my name. Must have been Shang. She's the only player in Hiora who'd work with such shady tools. I said shady instead of stoddy. My bad. So you have a message from the old lady, huh? Can't wait to hear you mangle it. You speak Cantonese so well. But before I hear it, I have a little message for her too. You tell kindly Xing that her operations are done in the walled city. Strangler Bao has given himself a promotion, and tell her that if she sends any more errand girls to visit him with another message, Strangler Bao is going to send them back in a box. You think you can tell her that, errand girl? Should I write it down for you in English? Just slot the stick, listen to the message, and I'll be gone, okay? I don't get to hear you butcher the message. I'm sad. He grabs the small plastic drive from your hand, slots it into his tread player. Kindly Shing stands erect, speaks directly to the camera. Mr. Bao, as everyone knows, you are a man of swift action. I respect that, and because of that respect, I'll get right to the point. I know where your money is coming from. I know that you have friends working for straw sandals like myself. They've been siphoning funds from their organizations. I know about the noodle shop that you launder the money through. I have tasted their broth and found it wanting. You have been stealing from the Yellow Lotus, glorifying yourself with revenue that we have earned, and I have files to prove it. Bao's eyes widen as files begin to flit across the screen. Receipts, bank reports, personal communications between himself and his men. Finally, Shang continues speaking, smooth and casual. Now, in light of our recent conflict, you might be wondering why I'm keeping this information so to myself. I haven't exposed you so you could be dragged from your lotus den by the balls and slowly roasted on a rotisserie spit. In truth, I respect your ambition. You have a lot to learn about candor and loyalty, but I believe that you still have value. I'm still willing to work with you. However, in order for that to happen, we need to come to an understanding about the nature of our partnership. Kylie Shing steps forward, fills the screen. I own you, Bao. You and all your men, you are my fucking playthings. Dolls to twist and pose as I see fit. I am in this position because I am far better at this than you, and it's time that you learned it. Accept what I'm telling you and we can get back to business. Prosper together. If you continue your little rebellion, I will mail tiny pieces of you to your children and take their picture as they open the package. She produces one of her thin, black cigars, lights it, holds the smoke a long time. You have 24 hours to return to the fold. If you aren't here licking my heels by then, the information will be released and you will become food for fish. Your choice, Bao. 24 hours. Message winks out. Strangler Bao turns away from the screen slowly. His skin is ashen. Get out. And tell Miss Shang to expect me at Swiftwings tomorrow morning. It was a pleasure meeting you, Mr. Bao. Go. Just go. Oh, did we hurt your little feelings? Guys, I think we hurt his little feelings. I'm a little bit confused on where to go. Oh. Well, that was a thing. Never thought I'd be shuttling messages between criminals and a Hong Kong syndicate. Can't imagine what Raymond would have wanted in the walled city. This place just feels wrong. Must have been important. He flew all the way here, hired runners for an escort. But why? This place makes you feel like your life has no value. Like there's just no point to anything. Great life you have here. It's a life. The only one I've got. Beats living in this cesspool. But can we please get out of here? Can't happen fast enough. I've had enough of triads. Let's get out of this pit. Go on, gun show, lead the way. Gun show? Seriously? That's not gonna stick, is it? Kindly Shang watches you closely as you walk across the mahjong parlor. As you approach, her lieutenant leans in, brings her mouth close to the triad boss's ear. Shing smiles and nods, her eyes never leaving you. I've heard from Bao. He got my message very clearly. But he also says there was bloodshed, and I specifically told you to let them live. Oh my god! Hey, Schmorgs. It's so nice to see you, Schmorgs. It's understandable. I knew you passed out earlier. That's what it felt like. And that is okay and understandable. We're all there. Glad to have you back. Hope you were well. We're only going to play a little bit tonight. We'll see how much we get through. Because I'm kind of hungry. And I want to play this game, but I also want to eat and go to bed. So we'll see. I may only play for 1 hour or 2 hours. We will see. I'm disappointed. Couldn't be helped. We were defending ourselves. You screwed up, plain and simple. Nonetheless, I expected you to be a bit sloppy. It's partly why I sent you. What? Part of the message was on that stick, and part was the messenger. Nice. Bao didn't rate sending real Shadowrunners to deal with him. Your sloppy handling of the job helped to prove my point. Good to be of service. Kindly Shing stares at you a moment, reviewing your tone. My message was delivered in Strangler Bao is back in the fold, earning for me. As far as I'm concerned, our transaction is complete. While you were gone, I set the wheels in motion to wipe your identities. She pulls out her PDA, stabs a button with a lacquered fingernail. The order has been sent. Congratulations. You are now sinless. Shadow people. Wu exhales heavily. His eyes remain focused straight ahead, but his shoulders sad. I didn't like the way my life was going anyway. Wu pulls himself up to his full height. Yeah, well, I had something going in Seattle, Thassa. I had my license. I was going freelance. Found a storefront in Bellevue where Carter and I were going to set up shop. What the duck? Why are you so uncomfortable? Stop being uncomfortable. Now it's all blown to hell. He clenches a fist. Someone's gonna pay for that. Pay for Carter. Whoever gave the kill order on Carter also forced us to give up our identities and took Raymond. Who sets his jaw firm. That's all I can think about. Finding who did this. Finding Ray. While I was working to get your sins burned, I also had my network look into Raymond Black's disappearance. I'm thinking about what you told me earlier, and I agree. She eyes the room carefully and leans in. I can't just let this lie. Someone killed my runners. It would be a sign of weakness to let the Yellow Lotus and the others if I do nothing. She rests her PDA on the mahjong table facing you. The triad boss's tongue slips from her mouth as she looks over the top, hunting for the right button on its upside-down interface. She finds it and looks up at you again. I have news to share with you, my darlings. The kind you won't like. Raymond Black is dead. She taps the button and a recorded newscast appears on the screen. Raymond's photograph appears on the screen behind a reporter standing on the docks in Victoria Harbor. It's a picture you've seen before. A professional portrait taken for a press release about a youth center he was opening in the Raymond Barrens. Under Raymond's photo are the words, Seattle man killed. Another shooting involving the police department. A Seattle community organizer and industrial engineer was apparently shot and killed while resisting arrest at Victoria Harbor last night. HKPF police report that the UCAS man, Raymond Black, was behaving erratically and would not respond to police orders to surrender. No additional information regarding Black or why he was traveling to Hong Kong are available. Police have stated that due to the shooting's proximity to last night's shootout with the White Star, the investigation must remain confidential and no other details are being revealed at this time. Kylie Shing taps the button again and the video closes. This just keeps getting worse. You're right, Auntie. That was news I did not like. Raymond's dead. Wu puts his hand over his mouth, trying to process the information. He sways, and for a moment, it looks as if he's gonna pass out. Isabel reaches out to touch Wu, thinks better of it, and pulls back her hand. Sorry for your loss. I never had a father, so I don't know what it's like to lose one, but sorry. You okay, Duncan? I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to be okay for a long time, Thassa. Kindly taps the video closed. She hunts around the keypad and selects another button. I'm afraid that's not all, my darlings. This is security footage from Victoria Harbor from last night. You'll find it contains a contradiction. The PDA shows silent, grainy video footage of Raymond sitting in a tea shop flanked by two guards. He's looking down at something in his hand, completely distracted. The footage continues, and the camera displays several black-clad figures entering its field of view from different angles, guns ready. A tall, sharp-dressed man in a suit walks quickly towards Raymond, flanked by two more. Raymond stands to face him, and the camera gets a clear view of the suit's face. White plastic. His guards turn to draw weapons, and muzzles flash erupt from all sides. One of Raymond's guards goes down, and his submachine gun fires wildly, hitting the camera. Wu puts his hands on the table and leans in. Those weren't cops, and Raymond wasn't resisting arrest. What's with that guy's face? Is that a mask? It doesn't look like a mask. It looks like some sort of semi-rigid plastic implant, or craftsmanship. Quite the fashion accessory. It's also the kind of fashion accessory that stands out in a crowd. This guy's either a fool or an arrogant son of a bitch. Either way, I'm gonna find him. I believe you. What now? We find out who this plastic-faced man is, then we get some answers. With what resources? I'm afraid there are some facts you are going to have to face. You are alone in this country. No network, no money, no identity. I can protect you from the police, but how would you go about discovering what happened to Raymond without me? How would you survive? This is a topic that requires serious consideration. You've had a very long night, my sweets. Very long. And frankly, you all look like shit. Rest now. I promise you safety in my town for the night. We'll talk about the plastic-faced man tomorrow. Ladies, go find our new friends a place to bed down in that rat's nest squat boat you call home. We'll all talk after you've slept. Figure out our next steps together. Yes, Auntie. Yes, Auntie. Can I ask you a question, Auntie? No questions, my darling. Sleep. I'll figure out what to do with you in the morning. Let's go, Thassa, and beat the hell. This tall, lanky Hong Konger regards you with a sickly smile. He holds a smoking cigarillo limply in his fingers, and he's surrounded by drones. Smooth jazz plays on tinny speakers. I am Mew. No deals for outsiders. Move it along, beautiful, move it along. Fuck you, dude. Reliable Matthew. Where the fuck am I supposed to go to bed? Where the hell do I go to sleep for the night? I assume it's over here. You two can bunk here for a while. She nods with her nose towards the hatch. You've each got a head to take care of your necessaries. Try to knock before you enter someone else's, okay? Seriously. I know the drill. Wu turns to you. Stinks of fish, just like that place we squatted at on Leary Avenue back when we were kids. The one with the Atzen family and their dog. I remember it being a dump. I don't know. They managed to make that place pretty comfortable for a while. Until the 162s decided they wanted it. He wipes his nose with a gloved hand. It's too bad. They were good people. Nobody should go out that way. He stretches and his spine pops like a handful of firecrackers. I think I've been up something like 36 hours straight. And this has been one shit stain of a day. Time to end it. Anything you need before I leave you to it? Is it just you and Isabel living here? Yeah. Now that Nightjar and Gutshot are gone, it's just us. The squeal of metal grinding on metal rips through the boat. Sounds like it's coming from the level below. And the creepy Russian guy renting the engine room downstairs. Nothing I'm worried about. He mostly keeps to himself. He'll stop soon. He's usually quiet by now. Place for my stuff? Yeah, check the locker over there. You can stash stuff in it. No one will touch your things in there, and it's a lot bigger than it looks. How'd you get your hands on this place? How do people like us get our hands on anything? We found it. You found it empty? Someone abandoned a prime piece of real estate like this? Close enough. It was full of BTL junkies when we came across it. They were completely wigged out on some multiplayer cyber game. I'm not sure they ever chipped out of it. They were completely emaciated, stewing in piles of their own shit. Their eyes had sunk into their skulls. Pretty gruesome stuff. They racked up a killer score, though. True, they had the moves. Should have hung an IV while they were playing, though. Turns out nutrition is important. So what happened? Did they die? Nightjar ran him out. Not sure what happened to him after that. Anyway, it's ours now. Auntie Shang says so. All but the engine room, you mean? Right, everything but that. Auntie rented it out from under us. That must have pissed you off. Whatever, we weren't using it. As long as our downstairs neighbor keeps to himself, so he can have the lower level. Especially if he keeps Auntie Chang happy. I'm gonna grab some sack time too. Good, you look like you could use it. We'll go see Kylie in the morning and figure out our next move. Tassa. Come on, Tassa, wake up. We gotta go talk to Kindly. The others have already left. That was one rough night. Gotta go. I've been trying to wake you for a while now. You were thrashing around in your sleep. Glad you did. I was having one hell of a nightmare. Yeah, I didn't sleep well either. Had a bad dream last night, too. What about? I never remember my dreams all that well. It's probably motion sickness, not used to sleeping on a boat. Woke up a little while ago and hit the head. Then I came back and woke you. You doing okay? I'll survive. Man, nothing's gone right since we stepped foot in this country. I'll tell you something though, and this is after a full night's sleep. I don't believe Ray's dead. Hope you're right, but I gotta say it doesn't look good. I'm right. Think about it. That statement from the cops on the newscast could be fake. Ours was, and that surveillance footage, we never saw Raymond get shot. The camera was hit by straight gunfire. Raymond's alive, Thassa. I know it. So what do you want to do now? I don't know. Wait for a lead to turn up, I guess? I'm just a muscle, remember? You're the brains of this outfit, just like when we were kids. God, I feel like I'm 12 years old again, squatting on a stinking trawler. Partner's gone, Raymond's gone, hell, I'm gone, and I don't even have a name anymore. And now I can't even go to sleep and hide from it all without having a nightmare. What else is going to be taken away from me? I'm here, Duncan, and I'm not going anywhere. Too soon, Mew. Really? Whatever. Gabin and Isabel left a while ago. We should get going to see what that triad lady has to say. Conley's place reeks of stale cigar smoke and fresh urine. The clicking of mahjong towels is strangely absent, and in its place is a low murmur of laughter and an air of eager anticipation. All eyes are focused on the groaning figure kneeling bloody and bound at the feet of Kindly Shing. Oh, hey dude. Didn't notice you there. That looks, painful. She beckons to him with her finger and he struggles towards her. The loud rustling of the plastic tarp crackling under his knees as he moves. His pants are wet with fear. An acetylene torch lies on the table at Shing's right hand. How did you sleep, my little ones? Fine, thanks. What's with the guy on the floor? She indicates the kneeling man with an incline of her nose. Shipbird here is a plainclothes cop. He snuck into the area last night while you were sleeping, hoping to find you and kill you before his competition got to you first. My men found him outside the trawler you were sleeping on. They saw to it that your rest was undisturbed and that your location remained a mystery. You can thank Mr. Bow for that. So you're the night watchman now, buddy? Thanks. Strangler Bow's eyes widen until they're more white than color. They glisten with raw hatred. Mr. Bow is an honored member of the Yellow Lotus, whereas you are an outsider. A disposable outsider. Kindly Shin slowly surveys the room. makes eye contact with every Triad soldier one by one. Now, shipbird, tell my friends here what you told me. I don't know anything, I swear. We just got the orders last night. Pushes his head towards you and moves from the floor, struggling to keep his balance. Somebody high up wants to see these two dead. The whole department is in on it. I don't know anything else. Someone from higher up? How high? The cop looks up at her, looks around the room filled with Triad soldiers. One of them opens his code and shows the cop something inside. He closes it slowly and winks. The cop drops his head to his chest. All the way up. All the way up. It's someone on the council. Someone's on the executive council wants these two dead? Shing spits on him with a sneer. Fuck your ancestors to the 18th generation. Give me the truth. The cop wears the spittle. He never lifts his head. It's the truth, madam, I swear it. Whoever it was labeled them as terrorists, or to tyranny with extreme prejudice. Countess Shing shuffles closer to the kneeling cop, reaches down and strokes his head with her hand. Then she slowly digs her fingers into his scalp. She pulls back hard under until his chin points high. The Triad boss leans in close and searches his eyes with her own. That's all he's got. She lets go of his head and smooths his buzz-cut hair with her hand. For whatever reason, last night someone on the executive council of the Free Enterprise Zone ordered the Hong Kong police force to kill 2 nobodies from Seattle. I find that fascinating. Don't you? Yes, but why the need to label us international terrorists? She strokes the policeman's cheek with the back of her hand. Her rusty voice becomes sweet as she explains the ways of the world. Proprietary, my darling. When the government has someone gunned down, they prefer to make it appear justified. The people feel safer when their murders feel like part of civilization. My, but you definitely have fallen into the deep end of the pool. Seattle isn't like Hong Kong. There, the megacorps control the government. Here, the corps are the government. The Exec Council is chosen by the Corporate Board of Governors. They're basically the legislative and executive branches of the Hong Kong government in one tiny package. 8 people call all the shots. Neat and efficient. Connie Shing steps back from the cop and lights one of her thin black cigars. For the wage slaves and the civilian sheep, the corporations are a pantheon of gods who wield absolute power. But not for us. Who else knows about my guest's visit to Eoi, shipbird? No one, ma'am. I hadn't called it in yet. I wanted the kill for myself. No one knows they're here, I swear it. Mr. Bao. He's telling the truth. No outgoing calls on his PDA. Very good. Thank you, Bao. Thank you for your honesty. In one smooth motion, Strangler Bao produces a silenced pistol, fires it once into the policeman's head, and replaces it in his jacket. His face never changes expression. I was wondering what we were going to do with him. He knew, my darling. He knew. She balances her cigar on her shot glass, picks up some mahjong towels, and begins playing with them absently. It's clear our friend Raymond Black was up to something involving the Walled City. Something having to do with prosperity. And this executive council member wanted Raymond dead for it. She stacks her towels one by one. Click, clap. Now they want you dead for it too. Click. This plastic-faced man may show up on your door one day too. She knocks the pile over and it clatters to the table loudly. I have a proposal for you, my sweets. A smile lights up her dead black eyes. Work for me. With Nightjar and Gutshot dead, I find myself with 2 job openings. Fill them. I have need of deniable assets here. Players unaffiliated with the Triads who can take care of some of the more unsavory business needs about town. You've proven yourselves resourceful, and you have no existing connections here that can be positive in this line of work. Shadowrunners. Wu grunts. His jaw tightens, but he stays quiet. In exchange, I will keep you safe from pests like this one. She nods at the body on the floor. The pool of blood on the plastic wrap continues to widen. You'll have safe harbor here in my town and a steady source of income. She picks up a handful of tiles again. And while you dip your toe into the waters of corporate espionage, organized crime, and clandestine mercenary actions, I will employ my network to find the plastic-faced man and gather information about Raymond Black. Where he's been, who he's talked to, who stood to gain from his death, what this prosperity could be. What's in it for you? Besides the money and the benefits of helping others in my community, I need to learn who killed one of my clients and then ordered the cops to execute my team of Shadowrunners. Her voice drops and she becomes deadly serious. This is a brazen disregard of my power. Fate dictates it must be confronted, or I stand to lose everything. How would the arrangement work? I find the right jobs for people with your talents. You do what our clients cannot do for themselves. I take a finder's fee and a small percentage of your earnings. You make a lot of win very quickly. It's all very civilized. Work with me. Allow me to help you make money. Let my network work for you and help you find out what you've gotten yourselves into. Without my help, you won't last a day out there. You're completely out of your depth, I'm afraid. You need a partner. Kindly Shing will be your partner. Wu's hands go to his hips. He drops his head and shakes it a little, confused. I gotta wrap my brain around this, Thassa. Things are moving fast. There's a lot to process. Think about it, Duncan. This gives us freedom to find out what happened to Ray. I know, I get it. I just gotta reconcile this whole. He grips the back of his neck, squeeze hard, rips his hand away. Ah, fuck it. I'm not a cop anymore. That guy's dead. He's not. The decision's made. I'm in. What about you? I think Ray's still alive too. Let's run the shadows and figure out what happened to him. Raymond is alive, I'm sure of it. So I'll run the shadows as long as Auntie Shang keeps up her end of the bargain and helps us figure out what really happened to him. Then I'm gonna find my father. Then it's done. Hale is now open to you. She gestures towards her lieutenant, who raises a finger to her ear and whispers into her sleeve. First order of business. Yu here already has chosen a street name. But Duncan Wu doesn't exist anymore. You'll need one too. Yeah, okay, I'll think of something. I think we already got you covered, gun show. Fits, doesn't it? Indeed. I knew that was gonna stick. It has stuck. Got it, Isabel. We'll handle this the same way we did with all your previous work. All the jobs I line up for you will be sent to your computer on the squat boat. I got it. Why her? The simple process of elimination. Isabel isn't the leader type. You got that right. As for Gabet, let's just say Gabet doesn't have a head for business. Not my thing. And then there's Gunshow. The jury's out on Mr. Gunshow. Meaning there's a lot going on within that head of yours right now, and I'm not sure I can trust you. So I'm in charge because I'm the best of the worst? Oh, my sweet, don't put it that way. She opens her arms. You're the most equipped for the role. She's making sense. You're the right person for this, Thassa. Thassa Oracle doesn't exist anymore. Call me Mew. Gonna be weird calling you Mew again. Haven't called you that since we were kids. Guess this is our new crew. The rat on her shoulder scurries to the top of her head for a better view. Welcome to the shadows, Mew. That's it?